I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. Hi, welcome Ryuuko Kazehana. Hi.
Hello.
Did I get close?
Close enough. You know what? I'll give it to you.
I get the discount for being for the old man's discount on something like that, I think.
Yeah.
Yuuko is here. That's easier to say. I appreciate you coming on. Please introduce yourself for everybody.
Hi. My name is Kazehana Ryuuko. You can call me Yuuko. I am a celestial dragon VTuber coming from the skies to entertain you guys. I like playing games, I like doing art, and I like being a chaotic hermit gremlin who just enjoys laughing and making fun of stuff. Mostly myself, you know.
So, how did you get started with content creating?
It started during COVID, actually. So it was a very lonely time for a lot of people, myself included, because we were self-quarantining and stuff like that.
Right.
And back then I didn't even have a computer. I was just like, I just want to meet people. I want to talk to people. Let's just like draw and stream and see what happens. I literally just streamed on my iPad. Like no setup, no nothing, no avatar even. I wasn't even a VTuber back then. And I just started streaming my art with a terrible mic, and people started following me. I was like, okay, that's great. So originally it was really just, to try to be less lonely, to share, my passion with people. And then over time it grew even bigger, and I was able to gather. It's still a small community, but it's still my community. It's still my people. And I'm pretty proud of that,
That's cool. That's cool. Were you kind of a wallflower?
Oh, what's that?
Well, somebody who might go to things and not exactly go out and mingle with everybody.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I am. I apologize also in advance because I am not native English. So if there are some words or expressions I don't know, I will ask because I might just not know them. Just like the wallflower thing.
That's perfectly fine, because sometimes I just say things and I don't know what they mean either.
Oh, that's great. Me too.
Yeah.
I have my own dictionary.
Yeah,
it's fine.
I'll just make stuff up as I go, and people are like, nah, maybe he sounds like he knows what he's talking about. But
he knows what he's. Yeah, I can vibe with that. But yeah,
years of radio.
Yeah, in real life, I really don't go much out, as in like hanging with people, because it's a very big source of like, just like stress in general. I have, like everyone, I have issues with like anxiety and stuff like that. But like online, it's much easier to be myself and find people that I have stuff in common with.
Yeah.
So streaming has really become like my like olive branch of like not me shutting off completely from the world, like hermit style, and like being angry at everyone all the time. So I'm pretty grateful for that, actually. It's part of my lore as a VTuber too. So
well, there's a lot of people who go on the internet to be angry at everybody.
Right? For me, it's the opposite.
Who can I get mad at now? Okay, I'll go this way and get this.
Oh my god, yeah. I will never understand those people.
Yeah, well, a lot of people. There's a lot of people who are so angry at the world that they would rather hide behind a shield and throw hand grenades rather than try to find their own place in it. And it sounds like to me you've decided that you want to step a little bit out of your comfort zone, and this is a good way to do that.
Yeah, very. I've met so many people, so many amazing people that like I don't think back then I would have had the courage to reach out to. I think there's way too much negativity being spread in the world, so like why not spread some positivity,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We need that everywhere.
Yeah, especially right now. There's so much shit going on everywhere. Like it's all I see. It's crazy. I think we need a breather.
Yeah, we need a breather, and we need an oxygen tank to go along with that.
We don't just need the copium, please. I need actual air.
Yeah, absolutely. After all that, but so did you pick this type of streaming specifically so you could use an avatar and express yourself through that?
Well, originally, I didn't even really know what VTubers were until like a couple of years into streaming.
Hmm.
At first, like years ago, actually, because I started, like I said, during COVID time. Like I used to do face cam like a long, long time ago. Those days have been scrubbed. Okay, I did maybe 2 streams with my face, and I was like, "No, I don't want to do that." It's not necessarily that like I don't like myself. It's just like it's just so much effort, and like always, I felt like I was always constantly looking at myself, just making sure that I looked somewhat decent,
Yeah,
and like it's just a hassle to keep up in general. You know,
right.
you have to worry about like your background, the lighting, everything is just like it's just a hassle in general. And I've realized as I was growing into myself and more comfortable with myself that being a VTuber isn't just about being like a pretty anime like character on the screen. It's also a way, like you said, to express yourself
Hmm.
and be true to yourself in a way that you can't really be like in real life. It adds an element of fantasy
Hmm.
that's also nice, but it also is the fact that like you can be what you really want to be. You can let your creativity just flow. You can create your own design or you can get a design elsewhere. It doesn't really matter. It's just like an amazing way to just show who you really are.
Right.
And that's something I do want to press forward into the world because there's not enough people talking about what VTubing can do like psychological wise, I guess, or not really, but like to people who don't necessarily fit in real life, I'd say.
Yeah, the misfits.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm definitely one of those.
Because uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm proud to be a misfit.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, there's a lot of society I don't want to fit in. Believe me, at this point. But it is to me. I see a lot of folks who get surprised by the fact
Mhm.
that there are people out there who maybe aren't 100% compatible with them as far as everything goes, but
Yeah.
um, are in kind of the same boat as far as what they enjoy. They enjoy hanging
Mhm.
around. They enjoy talking with you. They enjoy. So when you started to get people coming back to be with you a second time, a third time, um, how did that hit you?
I first like it's honestly it's crazy just because I never really thought about it until you like asked me just now, but realizing that I have like an actual like community because at first it was mostly like my friends
Yeah,
coming in
yeah,
and like following me and being like, here, like I'm supporting you, and but then I started getting people that I don't know that keep coming back. I have like I think yesterday I was streaming and I had like 5 people coming in and they had like watch streaks on my streams and stuff, and I was like, oh, what? Like that's crazy. And then I've had so many like at first I was maybe at like 100 followers, and then I was like, oh, that's cool. Like maybe like 20-ish of those are like my friends, and then the rest is like I'm like currently at like 800, and I'm like it's so hard to fathom that there's so many people that I don't know that genuinely like me and my content. It's
that's a small
mind
town.
blowing.
That's like a small town in the middle of the country.
Yeah, and it's crazy. It is honestly, if there's one word to describe everything that's happened to me this year, the growth, the support, everything, it's genuinely humbling. Like
Yeah,
it genuinely is. It's
yeah,
really, really nice.
yeah.
I'm
But
really, really grateful for the small community I've gathered and that keeps growing. There's a lot of new people that joined in yesterday, and I was shocked. I was like, oh, random pop off of people. Because sometimes I get into the recommended part of Twitch without knowing, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, crazy.
yeah, what
Nice.
what? Why are you recommending me?
I'm
What did I do?
just a gremlin. I was like,
What did I
what's
do
going on?
wrong or right to be recommended?
Yeah, with Twitch, you never know,
It's
honestly.
this is very true, and YouTube, by the way. You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, but one thing you do know is,
It's a real mystery.
it's going to take a while to get contact a real human being. Either way, um,
Yep.
is when things go wrong. But the and I know you mentioned it being humbling, but still, when you think about it, there are people out there now that are on the other side of the planet that are waiting for you to say something to them.
That's crazy. Bro, I just feel like crying now. Goddamn.
See, I told you.
I'm so, dude, I'm so not used to this, you know.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that can relate in the fact that like everyone wants to be recognized, not necessarily like I mean like oh I know you like from streaming. No, like
Right.
I mean like to be seen,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
to be acknowledged as a person, and that like in content creation it can be such a slippery slope because it's a cycle of dopamine that if you can't manage it can get really like destructive for yourself and your mental.
Right.
But I've been taking it much easier. I've had a burnout like a few years ago. I just made my way back, come back to streaming. I had my debut recently.
Mhm.
I'm just now taking it more seriously, but also more responsibly instead of like burning myself out and streaming every single day and blah, 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 blah. Like I have a schedule. I'm taking it, you know, step by step.
Right.
And it's been a journey and it is freaking amazing to be seen for who I am and liked for who I am for
Yeah.
people that keep coming back, you know?
And that's another thing too. It's not just they're coming back because you're playing a certain game or you have a certain type of art style. It still comes down to personality.
Mm-hmm.
And even the folks and you know, people can come at me for all they want for this, but you know, even folks who aren't necessarily politically correct or
Yeah.
have you know, popular or even good opinions on things.
Quote unquote good.
Did I dance around that enough? check the lawyers and make sure. Even they have a personality about them that brings people back.
Mhm.
And
It's all about the charisma.
yeah, well, it is in a way, and it's
Yep.
and you obviously have the charisma to do this. Plus, I don't know if anybody said this to you, but you got a really good voice for it.
What? That's crazy.
No, really, absolutely. It's very engaging and
Aw.
it's like yeah, I want to talk to that person type of
Oh.
voice.
Thank you. You know, that's really funny that you say that because my voice has always been like a deep like insecurity for me, like
Mm,
genuinely, because like growing up and seeing all those other streamers, right? I don't have the cute like Lily Pichu type like anime girl voice, right? I don't
yeah.
have the most like feminine. My voice is very like gritty in my opinion. And but it works really well in my favor because I don't know if I mentioned this before, but uh in my VTubing journey, I am a dragon. I am a shapeshifter. I
Right.
am gender fluid.
Yeah.
I go by any pronouns. So it really is nice that with different models that I have, whether it be female or male form, I think my models represent me enough and fit my voice really well, no matter what model I use. And it took me so long to find an appearance that fit me,
Mhm.
to find models that fit me, and that didn't feel off of from my voice because it feels so like I don't know. I've been so insecure about my voice like my whole life because
Oh.
of it, and it's just like crazy to me.
Oh, well, well, you know, in IMO, in my opinion, I think it's a fabulous voice. I think it really
Thank you.
works well. And here's the thing that too, and you talk about, you know, the gender fluidity and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
The VTuber community, that by its very nature, is giving you the opportunity to present yourself the way you want to be presented.
Yes.
You could be what you could set yourself to be whatever you want. I say
Mm-hmm.
here you're introducing yourself to people, and they you're still the same person, but they don't remember that in grade school you split your pants out when you reached down for a pencil. you you set the backstory.
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
Which is funny because my VTuber backstory very is much like tied to who I am in real life, but like with added elements of fantasy.
mhm,
Because lore wise, my VTuber is also a hermit on a mountain that
Mhm.
started streaming because they wanted to connect with humans again
Yeah.
because they came out of hibernation. And in real life, I'm just a gremlin in my freaking cave. I don't go out. I don't touch grass nearly enough, but I connect with people through streaming because that's what I like to do. That's
Well,
how I like to meet people and meet new friends, you know?
well, this winter is perfect for you because there ain't no grass out there to touch.
That is so true. And you know what? I like it that way. I love the winter much more than the summer,
And
personally.
I kind of like it better myself, but as long as there's no ice, get away the ice. But
That's true.
the
Listen,
snow,
I'm safe and warm inside. I don't care if there's ice
yeah,
outside.
yeah. I tell folks all the time. I said you can always put more clothes on, but if you take so many off, they put you in jail.
Exactly. Oh
Yeah,
my god, you get
yeah,
me.
yeah. It's like especially me. They just kind of like run away screaming. So no more, please. Cover that thing up, all of it, as much as possible. Uh, um, but
My eyes.
but really, here this sounds like now that you can look at it a couple of ways years down the line, it sounds like a no brainer for you, doesn't it? I mean, this is a chance for you to express yourself the way you want to do it
Mm-hmm.
with just enough mystery about you where you feel a little bit more comfortable being
Yeah,
open. Um,
exactly. Because I know not everyone in my entourage, I would say, like family or friends wise, would necessarily understand where I'm coming from.
yeah.
You know, I think I talked about that on stream actually yesterday. I definitely think that there is so much more to be told about that kind of openness in VTubing,
Hmm.
where like specifically for people that are non-binary, gender fluid, or transgender,
Hmm.
um VTubing can be such a freeing and opening outlet because you can be the way you see yourself to be,
Hmm.
even if it's like fantasy or not.
Right.
If you're femme presenting, you can have a femme model. If you're male presenting, you can have a male model. It's
Yeah.
just, it's baffling to me that, like, everyone's talking about, oh, that cute popular anime character is just like, oh my god, this girl has big boobas, or this man has like the deepest voice, and it's just like, it's so surface, like, it's surface scratching the VTuber community, because there was also a lot of clowning on it for like, oh, everyone's like a 40-year-old man under an anime mask. Like, it's that kind of trolling, but like, there is so much to be said about the kind of acceptance that we can bring to people who are marginalized in real life,
Mm,
that can't necessarily be open about this in real life, but like feel so much more comfortable in their skin online, even if it's quote unquote a mask. I genuinely don't see it like that,
yeah.
you know?
Oh, that's a great way to put it. That's a really great way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
And here's something else too. And I'm a 60-year-old man doing this. And there isn't anybody my age that knows what the hell I'm doing, so that's fine. I don't really care at this point. I do what I want. Um, but if a bunch of folks are 40-year-old men in masks, who cares? Why why
True. Who
why do
cares? If you don't like it, go away.
why do these people care so much about that? It says to me it says more about their
Yeah.
particular problems with themselves than anything
Mm-hmm.
else. I mean, have you got a problem, sir, ma'am,
Yeah.
toaster, whatever you call yourself? I don't have
I
a problem
think.
with it. You do what you want. You're not bothering anybody else.
Yeah.
Uh,
Exactly. I think the main reason why I got clowned on so much is because of the reality break,
mm,
basically, because it came from like a meme of like a guy and his camera failing, and
yeah,
then his anime character just revealed like his actual face, and it was like just a dude.
yeah.
And I think that's also an issue. I think I see a lot in VTubing is people get so engrossed in the character that they forget that there's an actual person behind, you know?
Oh, yeah,
Um
absolutely,
we
absolutely.
are like real people, and like we are not just an anime character for you to just like throw all your fantasies at. Like, we're actual people, and like we're still hurt, behavior is still hurt, and like just be a decent human being. Like, it's not that complicated, but
Well,
I guess it is. So
well, empathy is not everybody's strong point these days,
yeah.
and that's um, I got plenty of empathy. I don't know about anybody else. No,
I think we live in a very selfish era of the world, but like it's going places because we're also much more open-minded. But I think that open-mindedness also open way to people being way too comfortable voicing themselves. Like sometimes I think I saw that online. We should bring back shame. Honestly, like calm down.
Yeah.
The world ain't your oyster, as people might say.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, I mean, okay. There's just some, and again, I don't want to stand on a soapbox too much, but if you don't like something or someone or what people do, and you know that voicing that opinion is going to upset a great deal amount of people and not do anything, shut up.
It's exactly like it's not that hard. If you see something you don't like, you don't have to voice it. You can just choose to walk away and let people enjoy it.
Yeah.
Unless it's like genuinely like something harming or whatever, right? But like if it's just something that deserves to be called out, it will be called out. But like there's so many people that are just so quick to jump on the hate train, just being like, oh yeah, like I don't like this, I don't like you, fuck you. And it's just like so just like mute me, block me, or then move on. Like
they were
what's the point?
They'll jump onto somebody's stream and then I'll just throw an example out there where someone is presenting a femme, as you say, and has a more masculine voice, and immediately start jumping on them.
Don't call it out. Yeah, don't call it out. I've had people that are like, oh, but like, oh my god, I've seen this take actually on Twitter where people are like thinking it's like predatory if you're like male sounding but you're using a female avatar because it's like you're baiting people in or whatever. It's like no,
what?
Like it's like cosplaying. Like what? Like it's so stupid.
It is. It's beyond. It's beyond ridiculous.
It's so idiotic to me. Yeah. Like, and because it touches me directly. Because obviously, I'm not ignorant to biology. I'm not going to try to deny science. I was assigned like a gender at birth. Like it's just how the world is.
Yeah.
You can choose your gender identity, you can choose your sexuality. I have no issue with that. But for me, it's the fact that like being boxed in either female or male is something that I genuinely don't enjoy because I'm just me. I'm just Yuuko. Yeah. I don't want to be boxed in either. That's why I'm gender fluid. And the fact that like I use male or female models, that's partly why I've been also super insecure about my voice, because there's always going to be like people like that just call you out for no reason. It's not even a call out. It's not even worth calling out. It's just
and they're
hating usually, just to hate.
And they're just people who usually have so many problems themselves that that it's the old parable of having looking at the stick in someone's eye when you've got a tree in yours, that type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty
much.
But here's the other thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm an outlier for my generation, but I generally don't care. I just don't.
That's what people should do. Stop caring so much.
I mean,
it hurts them more than it hurts us. Honestly,
here's the thing. If I knew you in person, and you were my next door neighbor, and you ended up you had a relationship with somebody, and whatever, however it turns out, and you're happy, I'm going to be happy for you.
Yeah, because honestly, the truest quote I've ever heard, even before I kind of understood the way I felt about like my identity and stuff like that, is like love is love, right? It shouldn't matter who it's with. Love is love. It's a feeling, it's an emotion, and at the end of the day, it's like a beautiful thing. Like, why should we why should it matter who you're in love with? It's just like, it's just kind of stupid to me. If you're happy, you're happy, as long as it's not harmful.
Yeah.
As in like the obvious bad, but as long as it's not harmful, love is love,
People are consenting adults and they're not hurting anybody. And it doesn't matter to me. It's not like,
And if you're hurting each other, as long as it's consensual, I don't care. It's none of my business.
I just, not in the front yard, please.
Do it inside your room.
Yeah, please. I mean, there is some things, some borders that I'm not going to cross.
Yeah.
And the whole pronouns thing is I admit I'm still fighting it. But I've been trying to default to they them as much
Hmm.
as possible, and I can't just do it for this interview. I've got to try to do it all the time to make it a natural thing.
Yeah.
I'm an old dog
That
trying to learn new
is
tricks here.
that
So,
is but that is an effort that like genuinely like a lot of people would appreciate. I know I do.
mm,
Um I've found myself because I go by any because
mm.
I do understand that my voice sounds much more femme than like I'm not some deep voice dude, right? So like it makes sense that people
They're
would default
perfectly
to she
fine with
her.
me. I don't understand what you're talking about.
Oh my god, what a cute girl. Anyway, so like it's just like I understand that like my people will default to she her, right? And that's
Mhm.
why I go by any pronouns. That's why
Yeah.
I'm gender fluid. Because I don't want to let it reach to me or bring too much importance to it because I'm just me, right?
Yeah.
But I really do appreciate people who understand and like, I'm getting more comfortable with like they them, even though I know my family would never understand. But like it's a
Well,
whole other story.
well, that's another whole kettle of fish there. I mean,
Yeah.
when you're dealing with families and tradition and that sort of thing,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
years and years and years, and I know that my particular generation doesn't particularly do a great job with it. Um,
Yeah, that's why like I'm surprised that you said you were 60. First of all, you sound really great for your age.
oh, thank you. I surely don't
Second
look
of
it. I definitely
all,
don't look it.
yeah. No.
60 going on
But
90.
no, maybe not that much. But second of all, the fact that you'd be willing to be so open minded and into a culture because you interview like a lot of VTubers and stuff like that. It's an effort that I think is like worth praising
Oh,
because there's a lot of people that would not even bat an eye because I've told multiple times to my mother like, hey, I like I'm streaming, I'm doing this, I'm having fun with my character, and like to her it's like, oh, it's just silly cartoons and it's like childish and it's like this and that. It's not even about like my gender identity. It's just
mm,
like she doesn't really take that sort of thing seriously, and I
yeah.
think it's the case for a lot of like the older generations because social media was not really a thing back then, so they don't really take it as as an actual like career or aspiration or whatever,
No,
and
we
it
wrote
really
pen pal
sucks.
letters. We couldn't even call people on the phone because it was long distance back then.
Oh my god,
But then,
the good old days.
really, my generation too was the first ones who started really in the video game stuff. I mean, we were in the putting coins in the slots to
Yeah.
play our games. I had a Pong set at home. So
Oh
I
hell
mean,
yeah.
you can't get more OG than that as far as that goes.
Yep.
Um,
You know what? One of my favorite games is still oh, what's it called? I know the French name because surprise, my native language is French.
I wish I knew
um,
French.
God, what's it called? The one with like the mines and the numbers.
Oh,
I think it's
Minesweeper.
it. Yeah, Minesweeper. It's still one of my favorite games to this day. I love playing that
If I was going to be a streamer, if I was going to stream, I would stream only Minesweeper.
game. Dude, I should do a Minesweeper stream. You're so right.
That,
It's so fun.
it,
I don't know why it scratches an itch in my brain. I don't know
oh,
why.
yeah. Have you ever done one with the smallest amount of squares possible?
Have I'm sure I've attempted
Because
like at some point. I've
really
I've played so many games.
that's just guessing at that point.
Yeah, I always start my games by just randomly hitting a couple spots and then going off of there.
Yeah, you're not going to blow up on the first one, but the second one you will.
If you're unlucky, you will blow up on the first one. It's happened to me before. I'm like, yeah, damn. That's
Maybe I've
crazy.
just been lucky. I'll do that.
When it's like the most amounts of squares, it's just genuinely like life hates you at that point.
Oh yeah, when you get the numbers like in a row, like 1, 2, 6, 1,
Yeah, you're like, oh,
6.
well,
I didn't even know there was a number 6.
well. Anyway, it's like, where am I supposed to go now?
Or you hit a random one and it says 8. And you're like, okay.
Oh.
Stay away from that one
Well,
for a
there's
while.
a problem. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, I've never had one that was like 9 before. That would be crazy.
I don't know if that's possible.
That would be funny.
That would be 9. Okay, well, I'm just going to quit now.
Yeah, it's like everywhere.
Yes.
Just a cluster of bombs right here. Oh God.
Well, so for you, what has this become for you? Is it a hobby? Is it now part of your life more than that, or what?
Um, I'd say currently it is still a hobby. However, I definitely want to try and make it more than that.
Mhm.
I understand that it takes like a lot of work and a lot of time and whatnot. I'm not going to just suddenly out of nowhere quit my job and be like, okay, I'm focusing like full time on streaming. So
Yeah.
like, I'm not going to do that, obviously. I still want some type of stability, but if I'm able to climb where I'm in a comfortable stop where I could stop working, I would definitely do it and
Mm.
do it professionally if I could. That's definitely something I would look forward to.
Mhm.
But for now, I'm just vibing with it, you know?
Just letting it out there for everybody to know that Yuuko will take money.
My donations are open. I'm just kidding.
And speaking of money,
Oh Lord.
and we haven't even talked about your artwork yet. And
Mm.
you said that was a big thing about doing this, is doing art online. Have you
Yeah.
have you given what you said about not being the most social creature out there? Was art something that you could fall back on and kind of well, yeah, that's the way I best put it. To fall back on when you weren't exactly out there mingling with folks.
Yeah, actually, now that you mention it, it's actually so funny to me to think that it is like a safety net for me
Mm,
where I can just retreat into my art whenever I don't feel like socializing anymore.
mhm.
Like, I now that I think about it, whenever there's like big like family events or whatever, I always bring my tablet with me. Like always. I brought my tablet at my cousin's wedding when the music was just too loud, there was too many people dancing and stuff like that. I was just out there like drawing at the table alone. I was just like, nope, I'm not doing this. I'm just drawing. So I was literally just working on my art as people like we're just, it's just like
The, the,
celebrating. I mean, obviously, I didn't do it during like the ceremony and stuff like that. It was like
yeah,
during the dinner, like
yeah.
I'm not that rude.
Well, I mean, most
I
of
was
this.
still there for the wedding, but
I
like
mean,
when it was like party time, I was just in my little corner, like, okay, I'm gonna now recharge my social battery.
yes. Well, I mean, that's. I kind of thought that maybe that's how things went. Has it always been the case, or did you just kind of pick up art as a young person and just continue to love it?
Oh yeah, no. I've ever since I was able to hold a pencil, I've been drawing.
Mm.
It started when I was really, really young. It's always been something encouraged by my family. I've studied 2 years in 2D animation in college,
Whoa,
actually.
dang.
So yeah, I have a lot of basis on art in general.
Yeah.
It's always been a passion of mine, and working now independently on it is something that like I absolutely adore. Like I really am happy about how I got confident enough in my art where I opened commissions, and then my art was good enough that people were willing to commission me, which was even like a bigger blow because I'd never imagined that like in the story of forever. Like
Right.
genuinely never thought it would happen.
So here. Not only are you getting out there and feeling good about being online with all these folks, but now you get that extra, serotonin from getting people
Yeah.
wanting your artwork. That sounds like a
Yeah.
win-win-win all over the place.
It is. It is, but at the same time, it's also another source of stress that I have to manage. But it's a good type of stress, obviously, because not everything can just be like you can't just stay in your comfort zone.
Mm.
So taking commissions means you also have to communicate with clients, you have deadlines to work with, you have, like references, you need to make sure, the revisions work and stuff like that. So like it's a good type of stress, but it's still a new challenge that is into my life now that it wasn't there before, obviously. So like
So
it's a lot of new things that we're trying out,
so when you first showed your artwork to somebody else,
Mhm.
and I'm talking even way back when, if as far as you can remember. Was it tough for you to do, or did you have enough confidence in what you'd done to say, "This is what I did"?
Ooh. No, I would rarely show my artwork to people.
Mm,
Like, I mostly when I was younger, before I started studying 2D animation in college,
mm,
I was doing purely traditional art. I
mm,
wasn't doing digital art until I got my tablet for my studies.
right?
So I would have this huge binder that had all of my drawings in it, and I would draw during class and stuff like that. And then my classmates, like, they were interested. They're like, "Oh my god, like, your art is so good!" Like, just by looking over my shoulder, and I'd be like, "Thanks," and I just like slide over, like, not showing. Like, I would just like not show them at all. I would just be like, "Thanks, anyways," and then just close the binder. Like, I'd not be confident at all. I don't know. I guess the confidence really came in from when I started seeing improvement, but like bigger improvement in my art, and then
Mm,
showing people, and people were like, "Hey, like, I want to commission you." And at
wow.
first, I'd do it for free because I'm like, "Oh, you're my friend," and also I don't feel confident enough to charge you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't charge very high if that was the case. If they were like forcing them to like, or forcing me to take payment, I guess.
Yeah.
And then one of my friends was like, "Hey, I want you to draw my reference sheet." And I was like, "Okay." And then I was like, "Oh, I'll do it for free because you're my friend." And he said no. And he just went to my donation page and just sent me $70 fucking. I'm
Woof.
like, "You forced your money on me." Like, just quite literally paying me without me asking for anything. I was like, okay. Like, that was like a kind of a wake up sign that like maybe people would be willing to pay. So like I opened my commissions and put my prices like kind of like low, but also like because it's so hard to gauge what my art is worth. I don't know if I'm overcharging or undercharging.
Well, yeah.
Genuinely speaking, I really
Especially
don't know. So
especially when you first starting out too. I mean, it's
yeah.
that's a you you gotta have an ego to throw to to
Yeah, no, I have like the opposite of an ego. I just like I'm forever in the abyss of like I don't think this is good enough, you
yeah.
know, which
Well,
is it's a problem that most artists have,
oh
you
yeah,
know, like a lot of artists, a lot
you're
of
never
artists have that
done.
problem.
You're never done with anything, and you have to go back and just touch it up a little bit.
Yep.
Mm.
Oh, the perfectionism.
But still,
Yep.
with all this now, and you have the confidence, and you have the art style behind you, and now you go to college,
Mhm.
and you start learning with the digital type stuff. Did
Yeah.
they have to break you down first before building you back up, or were you able to take their lessons and incorporate it into your style?
Oh no, I was able to take lessons 100%.
Good.
They basically I had the basis of like my art style, and then they just helped me polish it in
Ah,
college.
good.
And then after I left college, I continued working from what they saw and from learning from other artists as
Mm,
well. Because it's a never ending journey. You can always improve. And I keep seeing like all these artists and all these techniques, and I try to basically incorporate them, you know?
yeah, yeah. That's
So it's
that's
pretty nice.
that's excellent. I mean, that's not a lot of people can do that. Now,
Yeah.
there's
I
a lot.
think it is a skill that animators like just have
Yeah.
in itself, just like copying art, because like you have to copy so many well, copying sounds like really bad, but in the sense of like you have to redraw the same frame over and over again
Oh
with
yeah.
like different types of styles. If you're an animator for someone and you didn't create the show, you have to adapt to art styles. And I think that's a skill that came in really handy because of like me trying to learn an art style that I like, and it's based off of like my favorite anime. Like I really like that style, so like I'm gonna incorporate like bits of this, and then oh, I like this artist, like the way they draw hair, so I'm gonna do it like that. And then I don't like trace, but I observe, and then I try to mimic the way they do it, but in my way, you know.
That's pretty genius.
Hmm. It's really nice because the funny part too with that is that I still have no idea what I'm doing sometimes. Like, genuinely, sometimes I have like my third eye awaken
Yeah.
when I draw, and it's just like, oh, like I can draw, like that's great. Like, and then you ask me to do it again, and I genuinely could not tell you how, because my hands sometimes, when I'm locked in, like my hands just work on their own. They just move, and then
that's a little
that's
scary. It's a little scary,
and
but
I don't know how I did it.
but still,
it's witchcraft how I draw sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean, you probably wouldn't say it, but I'll say it. That's pretty genius, I mean, that's a skill and a half to be able to do that sort of thing. I take my hat off to you for that, because I can't do it to save my life. My wife's an artist, but I am not. I will. I am. In fact, there are laws against me drawing certain things.
What?
That's how bad.
That's crazy.
That's how bad I am. Occasionally, I'll pick up a pencil and it'll catch fire. So I just don't want anything to do with it.
Hell yeah!
But to see that you gain that confidence, and now you have commissions. You want people to do it. I need to ask you, when you get somebody in a commission and they give you an idea, I would like you to draw a picture of a cat walking upside down on a car going 100 miles an hour, something weird like that. How do you feel kind of constrained, restricted by what they want, or would you rather do it yourself and then show them later?
Oh no, me personally, and I think I can say that for a lot of artists out there. I can't speak for everyone, obviously, but for me personally, I absolutely love the more clear the client is with what they want, because I then know for certain that I'll be drawing something that they 100% want and like envisioned. Like, I encourage my clients to give me entire Google Docs with references of everything they have of their character. Like, that's how deep I like having my references. Like, I had one client that wanted me to design their character, their OC that they would go by for VTubing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they sent me, in their document, there was references for like eye type, for lashes, for like color palettes. There was like hair. There was like outfits, like which bits they like, oh, I like the sleeves of this, but like I like the bust of this. And it's just like, it's a godsend. I absolutely love people that are super clear with their ideas and what they want, because I cannot for the life of me draw something. I mean, if it's a character design, I would just not take it if you're not clear. But if it's just like, you show me your character and you're like, okay, go crazy, then that's fine. I can come up with a pose. And anyways, I have revisions, and I just show them like, hey, like this is what I got so far. How do you like it? Yeah. But if the client is super precise about what they want, I don't feel restricted at all. In fact, I prefer it. I really like that.
That's cool. That's cool. Plus, there's always an undo button that you don't have when you're doing it on a piece of paper. Yeah, that's
true.
Yes, which is very, very helpful for that sort of thing. Given your background now with the art and the animation, would you look at a game that you're playing online, and would the art style affect how you enjoy the game?
Oh, definitely. And it's so funny because I'm also a musician.
Oh,
I went through all the art phases. You know, I also switched schools to study in music for a while. I was going to go in college for classical arrangements, but then I got accepted in animation instead. But I used to do like, competitions. I was in it's like the smaller type of like orchestra and stuff like that. And I played a lot of classical instruments, stuff like that. I don't make music, but like I've had like competition singing lessons as well and stuff like that. So when I play a game, it definitely influences, because the character aesthetic, the animation, the art style, and the music is something that I also like really like ingrains me into a game. Like, the visuals is what gets me into it, and then the content is what keeps me in.
So basically, you're like 12 billion times more talented than I'll ever be.
No. I would not say that. It's not true.
I'll just use my.
I've just been very much everywhere trying to find my way.
I'll just
You
hide
know,
in the
I've just been
corner.
lost.
I'll just hide in the corner and do the rest of the show over here. Thank you very much.
No.
So, what instruments did you play, or do you play?
I played honestly a lot of everything. My main instrument when I was in the orchestra was the French horn.
Ooh.
But other than that, the first instrument I've ever played was the saxophone.
Yeah.
Then I've played the flute and oboe. I still have my piano and my ukuleles at home.
Oh my god.
I'm not in the orchestra anymore, but like I like just fucking around with them sometimes, just singing randomly. But like I also played what else? Well, the trumpet, obviously, because like that's pretty easy after playing the French horn.
Well, yeah, just about anything is at that point. Yeah. But yeah, see, I played the saxophone as a kid, but it was the tenor saxophone, and it was as a grade schooler, and the only things we were allowed to play were whole notes.
Oh.
So it was like, Eric, go home and practice for a half hour, and it would basically be for an hour.
Oh Lord! See, that's why I hate most high schools.
Yeah.
Like that, because they won't really tap into the creative minds. Like they don't believe that students would even care. And to be fair, there are a lot of people who don't care, but there are a few students who genuinely do care and want to blossom into something. I remember when I was in high school, I was quite literally like my teacher's assistant. She was so incompetent that like I could not even show up to class, and she knew I knew how to play.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, like I'm just like grading you off of how much you helped me. That's actually what she said. So like I was actually helping, and you want to know the funny thing is I was doing her job better than her, because I was with in the brass section. I was with like the troublemakers and the like jocks, right? I was with the people who cared the least, and I made them play a whole row at tempo, like the tempo. And when we all gathered up with the entire class to play, she played it so slow, and everyone struggled so bad. Except my section.
Yeah.
My section looked at me like they were so proud, and they're like, why is she playing it so slow? Like they were actually able to play it, and they seemed to actually enjoy it. Which is something saying that it's like jocks and troublemakers and people who quote unquote, oh, they don't care. Like they seem genuinely wanting to play. And like my teacher did not cater to that at all. And I think it's because it's just high school mentality.
Yeah.
But it genuinely made me so sad. I transferred away from that school, by the way, to an high school that actually cared about the music program, and we actually went on school like competition programs for the music stuff.
Yeah.
With my mentor.
I understand that completely. When I was in high school, I was in chorus for a while until my voice completely changed, and I haven't hit a note since on purpose. But we were doing at one point with one teacher 6-part harmony stuff. Which, you know, for just a bunch of high school kids is pretty darn good. I mean, we sounded good.
Yeah.
And we had somebody who was playing, one of the students was playing on the piano, and it was fine. The next teacher came in, and she had been brought up from like 3rd grade. We were back down to 1 and 2-part harmonies, and we hated every minute of it. So we would just give her all sorts of garbage, and finally one day she just like, okay, I'm not doing that. She stormed out of the room into her office and closed the door. So our accompanist went down to the piano and started playing that 6-part harmony again, and we all hit it perfect. And then I quit because I was done with it at that point. But
dude, I hate teachers like that.
Yeah,
it's just...
she was, but you know, and it didn't matter because I wasn't going to be able to hit any more notes anyway. I was pretty much done. But you know, hey,
but still, you know, it sucks.
And here you've got a chance now where you can do all of that. If you wanted to, you could have a stream where you played the French horn the whole time.
I could. It would be pretty bad. I'd rather play with an entire orchestra, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could be the orchestra and all this stuff.
That's one of the things that I absolutely loved about the French horn, though, is the French horn is a very volatile instrument that could do duets with, like, the flute
Oh yeah.
by being super gentle, but you can also be like a war horn in the
Yeah.
background.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you can be genuinely like so many things, and I absolutely loved it. And
Rock
you need to
music
have
is
a very sharp ear for the French horn, because you can also do harmonize with just the placement of your mouth. It's not just like the trumpet where you just press the pistons, right?
yeah, yeah,
With the French horn, you have an entire harmony that you can do just with your mouth.
yep.
So you have to have the ear to understand, like, okay, this is the right note,
Yeah.
Because
That's
you
it.
can't just press a note, a piston, and be like, oh yeah, that's the note. No, you have to actually listen to what you're playing.
I tell you what, this is not long enough to talk with you. Yuko. I
Oh,
have
you're
had
so sweet.
I have had such a fun time, and I
Yes,
need to come back again, please, sometime and do it again. Because
for sure. I'd
as
love to do part 2 if that's even a thing on your
we'll
channel or
we're
something.
we're gonna do more of those this year. I promise everybody we're gonna do more. We're gonna have
What?
all of the stuff we can find for Yuko on the introduction for this in the on the description. That's what it's called. Yes.
Yes,
Don't worry.
description.
Words are leaving me. In
The
the
underside of the video.
yes, the underside of the video, and also, are you doing commissions right now?
Yeah, my
Okay.
commissions are currently opened on my VGen.
All right. So we'll have that up there too, folks. You got to check out and see what Yuko's up to, and just from listening to Yuko here, you can tell what this means to them, and that they're having too much fun. You got to join in.
Too much.
You got to join in because again, one of the shining lights out there. Thank you so much
Oh,
for coming on.
thank you.
I appreciate it. And we'll talk again very soon.
Yes.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.